My nail tech knows how to keep it a little secret. I don't wish for my success, I speak it. I caught a buzz and you did too, but you tweaking. I look like I've been getting money, Hariki. You smell me, that's LV. Walk around with my chest out and my skin smooth, I'm healthy. I'm in a mix and I'm handshaking, but most of y'all can't help me. Most of y'all ain't wealthy. Most of y'all just dress like it. I caught the vibe that y'all giving off and I'm trying to make myself less like it. This chick got a little Porsche body, I might let the bro test drive it. It's hard for me to get excited. I love music and stress about it. My city haunting, I'm co-signing this wave coming up next out it. Riding around in the shotgun and her Tesla. Hanging both of my legs out it like what's up? I got stakes and they too high now, I can't fuck up. I like girls that's down to earth, so don't be stuck up. I don't take L's, I give them out and I chuck them up. First listen, they hearing this shit like what the fuck. 10 toes, that's my MO. Fam over gram, that's my MO. Fucking close friends, I got friends that I keep close and they let it go while I reload. Like, bow, bow, bow. TSA just opened my book bag up and my chain hitting like, bow, bow, bow. The King's back in his hometown when them wheels hit and I touch down, they bow, 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 bow. She down low, 3-point stands, I'm back there doing jack dance like bow, 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 bow. And I'm not no fashionista, but I'm fly though. And I know I gave up drinking, but I'm high though. I told her I don't come from heaven, but you could try though. I'm not on top of this shit yet, but I'm that guy though. I take a look round at my comp and it's just wide open, big whip and it slide open. I notice they treat me like I'm chosen. Eyes open, heart clean and my mind focused. This shit just keeps going how I wrote it. How the hell could you doubt us? I mean back then it made sense, but it's like now what? Now they down to come round just to be round us. You ain't one of my dogs, why do you hound us? It's very few of you I like, but it's a whole lot of y'all I don't trust. Cause 10 toes, that's my MO. Fam over gram, that's my MO. Fucking close friends, I got friends that I keep close and they let it go while I reload. Like, bow, bow, bow. TSA just opened my book bag up and my chain hitting like, bow, 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 bow. The King's back in his hometown when them wheels hit and I touch down, they bow, 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 bow. She down low, 3-point stands, I'm back there doing jack dance like, bow, 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 bow.
Looks like there's rain up ahead, like there's a crack in the heavens. Feels like my day could be turning, like I can tell that my luck's gonna change. If you could see me now, I'd probably let you down, but that's enough for me. You got me begging, baby. Looks like I'm on my knees again. Feels like the walls are closing in. Looks like I'm on my knees again. got me begging, baby. Looks like I'm on my knees again. Feels like the walls are closing in. Looks like I'm on my knees again. 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 Looks like I'm Looks like I'm on my knees again. Feels like the walls are closing in. Looks like I'm on my knees again. 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 Looks like I'm on my knees.
Hi, what's up? Hope you're having a good evening, everyone. Alright, so let's take a look at the total crypto market cap and get the night started. Bearish momentum's kind of flattening out here, so we could either see bearish momentum starting to get a little weaker or start to come back. It's going to really depend on how we finish the week here. Stochastic is still crossed bearish, and the RSI is more around the bearish control zone with bearish engulfing still going on the candles for now. I am liking the looks of the MACD on the daily here though. We do see that the bears have just lost a bit of momentum. Bullish cross on the stochastic. Got pretty close to oversold. And we do have a little bit of bullish divergence right here on the RSI. So that is looking nice right there. I'm also liking the way that we just came and wicked down to the Fibonacci level here and bounced right back from there. And we got a tiny little bit of green on the daily here. Bullish momentum is building on the 4 hour, bullish cross on the stochastic. Still have some nice bullish divergence here on the RSI for the 4 hour, so I'm really liking the looks of that. And slight bullish engulfing going on, kind of flattening out slightly at the top here, but we just got two nice bullish engulfing candles. Let's see the 1 hour. And on the 1 hour we actually have a bull flag right here, so I'm liking the looks of that as well. Slight bullish momentum getting weaker, stochastics coiled up. RSI got slightly overbought, but still room to run to the upside if it wants to. And I'm liking the looks of this bull flag. If it really wants to, we could get a nice pump there on the smaller time frames. Alright, so Bitcoin. Bearish momentum was getting weaker, but flattened out here. Bearish cross still on the stochastic, bearish control zone on the RSI, and we're still bearish engulfing on the weekly. Okay. So, same thing as total crypto market cap. I am actually liking the looks of the daily here. Bearish momentum's getting a bit weaker right here. Bullish cross on the stochastic. Tempting to get neutral on the RSI, but we're still more around the bearish control zone, but I'm liking the way that that's pointing up more. And we got a very slight bullish engulfing candle right here. We are still bullishly engulfing on the RSI on the 4 hour, so I'm liking the looks of that. Bullish momentum's building on the MACD. Stochastics cross bullish, and yeah, the looks of the candles is nice for now. So let's see if we can break the $40,000 level is what we really want to see Bitcoin get up above. And as soon as we get up above there and form a higher low above this fib level, which would be the 0.5 fib level. So we get a higher low above the 0.5, which is 39,477, and a high above 40,000. I'll be liking the looks of Bitcoin a lot more at that point, but we're going to have to see how that develops over the coming days. So as many of you know, there's quite a lot of conflict going on with Ukraine and Russia right now, so this is having big impacts on the market with assets such as gold, which just had an amazing rally yesterday. So we'll get to gold and silver soon. We'll also check out how the stock indexes are doing. Alright, so Ethereum. Bearish momentum getting weaker on the weekly, so that's looking nicer than both Bitcoin and total crypto market cap. We do still have a bearish cross on the stochastic and bearish control zone on the RSI, and we're bearishly engulfing here on the candle. Daily I'm liking the looks of a bit more as well. Slight bearish momentum getting weaker, bullish cross on the stochastic. Very slight bullish divergence, but not that much. But I am liking the looks of this daily candle. We are actually just up above the fib level for the day. 4 hour bullish momentum still building. Cross bullish on the stochastic, but looking like it's attempting to coil up. We're around neutral on the RSI, but still attempting to engulf over the fib level there. Alright, so the 1 hour. Yeah, I'm really liking the looks of this as well. You can see how it's just really respecting and holding that fib level right now. Bullish momentum is getting weaker and stochastics coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do. The RSI got slightly overbought, but there's room for it to run if it does attempt to make another rally. I'd say I'm probably liking the looks of Bitcoin and total crypto market cap a little more right now, but if total crypto market cap runs the way that Ethereum's been respecting this fib level, this is likely going to be in for a nice pump as well. Alright, so let's take a look at XRP and see how that's holding up. Bearish momentum getting weaker, but stochastics coiling up, very slight bearish cross. More around the bearish control zone on the RSI, but I'm liking the looks of the candle here. Daily bearish momentum still building, but we do have a bullish cross on the stochastic. RSI kind of looks like there's room to go either direction there, and I'm just seeing a little consolidation with this candle here. We do have 4 hour bullish divergence though, so that's looking nice at least. And slight bullish momentum coming in, crossed bullish on the stochastic, getting around neutral territory on the RSI and attempting to bullishly engulf. 4 hours looking a bit better than the larger time frames, but I'm still going to want to see the larger time frames come back around on XRP. For the 1 hour, bullish momentum getting weaker, Stokes coiling up. We got pretty close to overbought on the RSI, but not quite yet. And looking like we got a little bull flag going on right here on the 1 hour. So looking more bullish than bearish currently, but Bitcoin and total crypto market cap are still looking a lot nicer than both Ethereum and XRP currently. Alright, so let's take a look at how the US stock market's reacting to the news today. So the Dow Jones came down on the weekly and we just wicked off the 236 fib level. RSI is still around the bearish control zone, stochastics crossed bearish, and bearish momentum is still building. On the daily, bearish momentum is still building as well. We do have some daily bullish divergence present though, so that's actually looking alright right there. So we go from a low to a higher low on the RSI, but the candles are trending down, so that would be a bullish divergence right here. So 4 hour bearish momentum is getting weaker, stochastics cross bullish. No bullish divergence on the 4 hour, but the daily chart is definitely more significant. And I'm liking the looks of the bullish engulfing candles here, especially after we just bounced off the 236 fib level. Oh, thanks Jesse, hope you're having a good night. Anything you want me to check out for you tonight? So the 1 hour bullish momentum's kind of getting a little weaker. Stochastics above the 80 zone coiled up. We didn't quite get overbought on the RSI, and I do see a little bit of a bull flag going on here. So looking like a little consolidation before potentially attempting to make another high on the lower time frames. So there's still quite a lot of work that needs to be done on the Dow Jones, but it's looking at least alright for the amount of pullback that we've just seen on it. The only thing is the weekly we really want to see start to turn around the way that the bearish momentum's building here. Yeah, I'll take a look at Ethereum for you right now, man. No problem at all. Okay. So, bearish momentum is getting weaker on the weekly chart. We are slightly cross bearish still on the stochastic and bearish control zone on the RSI, but I'm liking the way that this is holding the 0.5 fib level so far. So it is slightly bearishly engulfing, but for now we are holding the fib level. Daily bearish momentum's getting slightly weaker, bullish cross on the stochastic, and we got a tiny bit of bullish divergence right here on the daily as well. And I'm really liking the looks of this candle here on the daily. It's just right above that 0.5 fib level, which is what we want to see. On the 4 hour, bullish momentum is building, still crossed bullish on the stochastic, but looking like it's attempting to coil up. And 4 hour bullish divergence as well. And right here, we're just making an attempt at breaking above that fib level on the 4 hour, just slightly above it still, so that's nice. 1 hour, I'm liking the looks of this as well. Got a nice bull flag going on here. Stochastics coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do. Bullish momentum is getting a bit weaker, but that's just because we're consolidating above this fib level here. And we got slightly overbought on the RSI, but the way that it pulled back and flattened out, there is room for it to make another attempt at a pump if it wants to do that as well. So Bitcoin and total crypto market cap are looking a bit nicer right now, but if we see total crypto market cap run, this asset is very likely in for some upside as well. So I am liking the looks of Ethereum. Bitcoin and total crypto market cap are probably looking nicest so far from what I looked at for crypto, and Ethereum's looking pretty nice as well, likely to pump if we do see that pump on total crypto market cap. Yeah, if there's anything else that you want me to check out for you, just let me know. Alright, so let's take a look at the Nasdaq and see how that's holding up. Same thing as Dow Jones, just came down and wicked off the 236 fib level. Bearish momentum is still building, but the stochastic is coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do. Oh yeah, no problem at all. I'll go back to Ethereum for you. Okay, so bearish momentum getting weaker on the MACD here. Stochastic is crossed bearish still, and the RSI is more around the bearish control zone, but I'm really liking the looks of how this candle is attempting to hold the 0.5 fib level here. So we are still bearishly engulfing there, so we're going to have to see how we end the week. On the daily though, I'm really liking the looks of this candle. So the MACD's losing a bit of bearish momentum, bullish cross on the stochastic. The RSI is more around the bearish control zone, but attempting to come back up around neutral. And I'm liking the looks of this candle here, how we're just right above the fib level for the daily, so it's looking like it's tempting to just hold that support very nicely. 4-hour MACD shows bulls gaining momentum. Stochastic is cross bullish. RSI is around the neutral zone, but we do have some bullish divergence going on, and I'm liking the looks of this. We're attempting to bullishly engulf above the previous candle and above the fib level right now on the 4-hour. And the 1-hour is actually one of my favorite looking. So the MACD does show bulls losing a bit of momentum, but we got a bullish cross on the stochastic. RSI was slightly overbought, but the way that it pulled back, it does have room to make another attempt at a rally if it wants to. And I absolutely love the looks of these candles here. Broke up above the fib level, came down to back test it as previous resistance is now support, and now it's attempting to just push off that fib level and run for a new high. So total crypto market cap and Bitcoin are looking nicer than Ethereum right now, but if total crypto market cap runs, I'm expecting this asset to get a nice pump as well. So overall looking more bullish than bearish to me right now. And as for the Russian-Ukraine situation, basically the market just reacts with volatility whenever we see stuff like this happen. Overall, this is just my belief, is that it's more likely bullish than bearish for crypto. And the reason for that would be, as we see sanctions on Russia and potentially kicked out of the SWIFT system, which is our current monetary system we use, it's very possible that we're going to see Russia begin to use cryptocurrency to undermine the US dollar, and also a nice possibility that we could start to see them using that in trade for other countries. So this is just speculation and my thoughts, but personally I feel like this is more bullish than bearish for cryptocurrency. We're always going to see volatility whenever we see crazy stuff in the news, so short term big up and down. But mid to long term, I think this is actually more of a bullish scenario for cryptocurrency, just based off of my speculation. Anything else you want me to check out for you tonight? So for the Nasdaq, daily bearish momentum's getting weaker, bullish cross. Daily bullish divergence, which is actually very significant, and we're attempting to bullishly engulf after wicking off the 236 fib level. So it is possible that we're going to see a reversal back to the upside at this point. We're going to have to see how this develops over the next few days, but overall it is looking better than it did. 4-hour bullish momentum building, bullish cross on the stochastic. No 4-hour bullish divergence, but very nice bullish engulfing candle. And the 1-hour, we're just slightly overbought. Stochastic's coiled up like it's attempting to decide what to do. Bull's losing a bit of momentum, and looks like a tiny bull flag there. Okay, yeah, I'll take a look at the S&P 500 after this, and then I'll take a look at some DeFi projects for you. Just going to check out the last stock index for the US. Alright, so the S&P 500. Weekly bearish momentum still building. Bearish cross on the stochastic. Bearish control zone on the RSI. And still bearishly engulfing. So the S&P 500 isn't looking as nice as the Dow Jones and NASDAQ, as we've already come down and just wicked off of the 236 fib level. Daily, we do have the bears losing a tiny bit of momentum though. Bullish cross on the stochastic, and there's actually daily bullish divergence present right here. So not looking as nice on the weekly as the other two, but based off the daily here, it's actually looking alright. Very tiny bit of bullish momentum building on the 4 hour, bullish cross on the stoke, RSI's around neutral, and bullishly engulfing on the 4 hour, and bull flag going on the 1 hour. Tiny bit of bullish momentum getting weaker with the stochastic coiling up like it's tempting to decide what to do, but it's looking alright. We'll have to wait for some more information to develop on the larger time frames for the stock indexes, but they are looking nicer than they did yesterday at least. Okay, yeah, I'll start off with Thor and Power, and then I'll take a look at Milk, Polar, and definitely take a look at CRO and VVS, as those are two of my favorite assets as well. Alright, so Thor. Okay, so as this is a newer asset, there's no indicators for the weekly chart yet, so I'm just going to look at the daily here. Bears losing a lot of momentum here on the daily MACD, so I'm liking the looks of that. Bullish cross under the 20 zone on the stochastic. The RSI is still pretty low. Didn't quite get oversold yet, but flattening out. 4 hour bullish momentum building. Stochastic is crossed bullish. Looking almost like bullish divergence, but honestly the candles are pretty close here. I'm liking the looks of this bullish engulfing here, looking like we have a very tiny bull flag on the 4 hour. And 1 hour bullish momentum getting weaker, stochastics crossed bullish. Bullish control zone on the RSI, and we're bullishly engulfing here on the 1 hour candles. I'd say Thor is actually starting to look more bullish than it was. So ideally what we're going to want to see on Thor is a high above this 53,588 level. So if we get a nice break and then we come down and retest and form a low at this level, I'll then be liking the looks of Thor more. So we're going to need to wait for a little more information to develop on this asset, but it is starting to look nicer than it did. Hey, what's up, Norm? Hope you're having a good night tonight. From my understanding, the Crypto.com cards, as long as you're able to use it for a purchase, you should be eligible for the CRO cashback. I'll take a look into that for you after I'm done the stream, though. Okay, so power on the daily. Bears losing a bit of momentum, stochastics crossed bullish, under the 20 zone as well. RSI is still more around the bearish control zone, and I'm just seeing some consolidation here on the daily candles. Okay, so we do also have some bullish divergence here on power on the 4 hour, so I'm liking the looks of that. Bullish cross on the Stoke. RSI is more around the neutral zone. I'm just seeing a lot of consolidation going on here, so Thor is looking a bit better than Power currently. 1 hour, Bulls lost a little bit of momentum there. Stoke is above the 80 zone, coiling up. The RSI is more around the bullish control zone. And I'm liking the looks of this right here. Looking like we have almost a very tiny bull flag attempting to rally there on the 1 hour. So Thor's looking nicer than Power, but Power's still looking alright currently. Okay, so let's take a look at Polar, and then we'll take a look at Milk for you, Jesse. And anything you want me to check out for you tonight, Norm, after I'm done taking a look at these? Okay, so Polar on the daily. Bearish momentum is building on the daily. Stochastics crossed bearish. RSI is more around the bearish control zone, and we're bearishly engulfing on the candles here. So, daily's not looking the best for this asset. 4 hour, the bears are losing a bit of momentum, but still cross bearish. RSI is more around the bearish control zone and bearishly engulfing. Bulls losing a bit of momentum on the 1 hour. Stochastics crossed bearish. A little bit of 1 hour bullish divergence, but we are still attempting to bearishly engulf and break below this low here. Overall, I would say Polar's looking the most bearish between Thor, Power, and Polar from what I've taken a look at so far. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see more downside on Polar. Yeah, that's also quite a big drop today, 18.89%. So, yeah, Polar could definitely be looking better right now. Is this the proper milk that you want me to take a look at, Jesse? Yeah, absolutely. I could definitely take a look at Stellar for you. I got about 2 more assets to take a look at for Jesse, and then I'm going to take a look at whatever you need as well. So, is this the milk that you wanted to see, Jesse? If I don't really get an answer, I'll just take a look at it quick there. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I found the one that you want to take a look at. Okay, so time to slap some fib levels on here and see what we can see. Oh, definitely not the fib levels. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna have to slap some indicators on here as well too, since I never looked at this asset before. Alright. So since this is a newer asset, we don't really have much information available on the daily for the indicator, so there's definitely nothing for the weekly there. 4 hour. We actually do have some slight 4 hour bullish divergence going on. So you can see how the candles are going from low to lower low. Meanwhile, the RSI goes from low to a higher low. So far we got a bit of bullish divergence on the 4 hour. Bears losing a bit of momentum. And the stochastic is under the 20 zone attempting to cross bullish. So this is definitely looking nicer than polar right now. 1 hour bullish divergence as well. Stoke is actually becoming more clear of a bullish cross right here as well. Bullish momentum building. It's looking like there's potential for a reversal back to the upside on milk right now. And I'm just seeing a little consolidation on this daily candle so far, but we'll have to check this out tomorrow and see how it looks. Overall, it's looking like there is potential for a reversal to the upside on milk, though. If it does get a reversal back to the upside, there's this potential that we'll see it go above the $100 level as well. The 0.5 would be the $106 level. So if we do get a reversal back to the upside, between 83 to 106 wouldn't surprise me at all on this asset. Going to have a little more resistance once we get up to that 618, but if it breaks there, the next thing we're looking at is going to be 106. It is a pretty heavy downtrend, I agree, but I am liking the looks of the bullish divergence, stochastic, and the MACD. And the way that it's just consolidating at this level, it's looking like it's at least attempting to get a rally. And same thing with the lower time frame on the 1 hour. Bullish divergence, bullish momentum building with a bullish cross on the Stoke, so it's looking like there is potential for it to rally. We'll have to see how this plays out over the next day or two. And I'll take a look at VVS and CRO, and then I'll take a look at the assets for you, Norm. The fib levels is actually one of my favorite tools to use. It gives you a more in-depth view on where you're likely to get reversals, support and resistance levels, things of that such. Okay, so VVS Finance, my favorite DeFi 1.0 protocol. Stochastic is crossed bullish under the 20 zone as well. We were just pretty close to oversold here on the RSI, but not quite. And a little bit of consolidation going on here on the daily. We do have some 4 hour bullish divergence on this asset though. Alright, so stochastics crossed bullish. Oh, just going to throw the MACD in here quick. A little bit of bullish momentum building, bullish cross on the Stoke, bullish divergence on the RSI, and bullish engulfing candles. So VVS is making an attempt at least holding and potentially rallying from here. Bullish momentum on the 1 hour is getting slightly weaker and the Stoke's kind of coiling up, but the RSI is more around the bullish control zone with bullish engulfing candles. So it's looking possible that VVS may have found its bottom, especially with this 4 hour bullish divergence right here present. So what we're really going to want to see in the coming days is for this daily to start to look nicer, which with the bearish momentum just very slightly weaker there today, maybe we will see something nice happen on VVS in the next 24 to 48 hours. We'll have to come back and take a look at this tomorrow, but overall we're at a phenomenal accumulation zone on this asset. So previous all-time high was above 0.00045. And we're currently at 0.00002836. So it's quite a lot of upside on this asset potential. And let alone if we end up seeing new all-time highs here. So I'm really liking the looks of VVS for both an accumulation zone and for a potential reversal back to the upside. Alright, let's take a look at CRO and see how that's looking today. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, the reason that I'm so bullish on CRO would be one, it's Crypto.com's coin for using for gas on DeFi chains. And two, I'm expecting big things to happen with Kronos. So the more people that begin to use the Kronos chain, the more that it's also going to pump the price of VVS up from VVS getting burned for use in those transactions. Okay, so CRO on the daily, bearish momentum slightly weaker, bullish cross on the stochastic. We do have a bit of bullish divergence on the daily, and looking like it's just consolidating right here, so it's looking alright there. Bullish momentum building on the 4-hour, bullish cross on the stoke, very clear bullish divergence on the 4-hour, and bullish engulfing. So for CRO, what I'd like to see, if we break up and form a higher low above the 786, which would be 0.4093, that's going to be looking nice. And if we get a high above 55.13 cents, that'll also be looking very nice at that point. So that's going to be the two things that I'm really keeping an eye out for on this asset. The bullish divergence is looking nice, just coming up and hugging that fib zone like it's attempting to break it. 1 hour bullish momentum's getting a little weaker, but still cross bullish on the stochastic, and bullish control zone on the RSI with room to run, bullish engulfing on the candles. So I'm like, oh, and we also have some 1 hour bullish divergence. Yeah, I'm really liking the looks of CRO right now. If we see the total crypto market cap come back around and start to run, I would not be surprised whatsoever if we see a very nice rally on this asset. Alright, so Stellar. Yeah, I already took a look at VVS, and Stellar's going to be next on the list. And of course, I think I just hit my RSI away, so I'm going to have to fix that in a sec. All right. So, for the weekly, I'm liking the way that just came down and wicked off the 786 so far. Still got a little bearish momentum building, bearish cross on the stoke, and bearish control zone on the RSI, and very slight bearish engulfing, so weekly could be looking better. Daily, yeah, I'm liking the looks of the daily. Bullish divergence here on the RSI. Stochastic was under the 20 zone and cross bullish. The MACD shows bears losing momentum, and we're just consolidating right here at a nice level where it's looking like it's tempting to hold and potentially reverse. 4 hour bullish divergence on the RSI, bullish momentum building, bullish cross on the stoke, and bullish engulfing. One hour bulls are losing a little bit of momentum, and the stochastic's coiling up above the 80. No bearish divergence though, it's just looking like we got a little bull flag going on, and now it's just consolidating at that level. I just realized I was taking a look at the market cap for XLM, so I'm going to take a look at another chart for that right now. All right. So for the weekly, very slight bearish momentum there. Stochastic is still crossed bearish. RSI is around the bearish control zone. And very slight bearish engulfing going on the weekly. Daily, there is bullish divergence though. Bullish cross on the stochastic under the 20 with bearish momentum getting slightly weaker. And it's at least consolidating at these levels right here. 4 hour, very clear bullish divergence here. And anyone new to this stream, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and don't forget to like the stream. Appreciate that. So 4 hour. Bullish momentum building, Stokes crossed bullish. I'm liking that bullish divergence and bullish engulfing going on. Bullish momentum is getting slightly weaker on the MACD for now, but we're still cross bullish on the stochastic, bullish control zone on the RSI. And it's looking like we do have a little bull flag going on right here. So looking more bullish than bearish to me right now. If we see the total crypto market cap turn back around and start to rally again, I'm thinking this asset likely has a lot of upside. And let's see. So it's over a 4x to previous all-time highs. So I'm really liking the looks of that as well. Typically I begin to accumulate an asset that I'm bullish on once we get around the 618 and under. If we get under the 786, I start picking up larger bags. And stuff like Dogecoin, where we're under the fib extensions altogether, that's where I just go ham accumulating. So we are under the 786 right now, so this would be an area that I would be accumulating quite a lot at if I'm bullish on this asset, which it is starting to look bullish right now to me. This is all going to depend what happens with the total crypto market cap for the next while, but definitely starting to look more bullish than bearish right now. As long as the total crypto market cap doesn't take another big dump, this is looking nice for a reversal at these levels. Is there anything else that you guys want me to take a look at for you tonight? Yeah, if there's anything else you guys want me to take a look at, just let me know. I want to take a look at gold and silver real quick just to see how the current events with Russia and Ukraine is affecting the precious metals market. So, this is what I've been talking about for the past few streams. If we see gold break above this 1,917, 1,920 level, I'm going to really be liking the looks of this asset for a new rally to new all-time highs. So for gold, I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever if we see between $3,000 to $5,000 an ounce, which that may sound extreme to some people, but with the way that the current events are going worldwide and the inflationary environment that we're seeing, and gold has also been in, it's pretty well just a suppressed asset's my best way to say it. So realistically, gold should have been to new highs already from what we're already seeing, but we've just been stuck in a real nice long accumulation zone here. And once we actually finally broke out of this little downtrend flag that we've been in, the channel, it's looking like there's a lot of potential for this to go to some amazing new highs in the coming months. So the way that we just broke above this last real support here, I'm loving the looks of gold right now. So the only real support or resistance left that we've got going on for gold is right here at the top of the fib extensions, which that would be 2,076 USD on gold. Yeah, I'm actually liking the looks of Ethereum right now, Jesse. If we do see the total crypto market cap hold these levels or begin to run, Ethereum has a lot of upside potential. Myself, I wouldn't be surprised if we see 10 to 20k Ethereum if we get one final rally to finish this market cycle. Alright, so let's see how we're looking on the daily. bullish momentum is getting a bit weaker. Bearish cross on the stochastic, which none of this surprises me at all after the pump that we just seen on gold yesterday. And we are just quite overbought on the RSI. So, wouldn't surprise me if we see some consolidation, but the way that we're holding right around this top right here that we've seen, we could be forming support at previous resistance levels, which that is exactly what we want to be seeing on gold right now. Ideally, if we form a low above these levels and form support here, looking phenomenal. But even if we pull back and we just form a support at the 236 fib level, which is 1,833, I'm still really liking the looks of gold for a new all-time high run. So this is definitely one of my favorite looking assets that I've taken a look at today. Alright, so bearish momentum is still building on, or starting to build on the 4 hour. Stochastic is kind of coiling up. We're neutral on the RSI, and it's looking like we're consolidating and just attempting to hold this level right here, 1,908 roughly. But like I said, even if we do pull back further to the top of the fib, the 236 fib level here, still looking great. Personally, I'm not really that surprised with the recovery that we've seen. The stock indexes were looking a lot bearish than bullish to me, except during times of war, it's not really that surprising of a thing to see for assets to rally. So typically, we see a pullback whenever we first hear wars announced, and then historically, there's likely pretty huge rallies to follow that. So stocks is a bit different than crypto. Crypto, I can see other reasons that we're rallying, but if we do see a rally continuation for the stock market, that will also likely have a nice correlation for crypto as well. So crypto, I see almost double the bullish scenario for stocks, but if we do see stocks begin to rally nicely from here, crypto's also very likely in for a beautiful finish to this market cycle. Okay, so the 1 hour on gold, bearish momentum's getting weaker, Stoke crossed bullish under the 20 zone. We were just oversold slightly on the RSI, getting more background neutral, and we're attempting to bullishly engulf. So gold is honestly my favorite looking asset that I've taken a look at so far today. And I'll take a look at silver quick, and if there's anything else you guys want me to check out for you, just let me know. Yeah, silver, I'm really liking the looks of that here on the weekly as well. Bullish momentum building, stochastics crossed bullish. Bullish divergence right here. And I'm really liking the looks of the way that we just double bottomed right there. So with that bullish engulfing attempting to break above the fib level, silver's looking quite nice. Which silver, there's a much better risk-reward ratio than we have versus gold right now. Gold, we're above the 236 fib level. Silver, we're all the way down just around the 618 fib level. So this is typically where I will begin to accumulate assets that I'm bullish on. So what I would like to see on silver is going to be a nice clean break from this fib level. Maybe come down and form support around $24.98, let's say $25. And if we see a new high break above 27.88 to the 0.5 fib level, 29.25, silver's going to be looking phenomenal for a new rally as well, which I wouldn't be surprised if we see new all-time highs on silver, especially if gold ends up getting continuation of rally from here. So gold's looking a bit nicer currently, but silver's a better risk-reward ratio, and I'm also really liking the looks of this double bottom. I'm really liking the looks of that candle as well. Got a nice pump, came back down, attempting to form support at previous resistance. We do have a bit of bearish divergence on the daily though. So gold is definitely looking nicer. Stokes crossed bearish and bulls are losing a bit of momentum there. 4 hour bearish momentum's building, bearish cross on the Stoke. Neutral on the RSI though, which is nice, especially the way that we're just hugging the fib level right now. So, smaller time frames, I wouldn't be surprised if we see consolidation around these levels. Potential for a slight pullback, but honestly, I'm thinking more likely we'll just consolidate. And bearish momentum getting weaker on the 1 hour, bullish cross on the Stoke, got slightly oversold on the RSI, and now just coming back up around the neutral zone, and we're attempting to bullishly engulf and then just break above that fib level where we're hugging here. So silver's definitely looking more bullish than bearish to me, but gold is the more bullish looking asset between the two. Overall, I think it's very likely that we'll see both go for a very nice rally in the near future though. Alright, so I'll probably check out a few more assets. If there's anything you guys want to see, just let me know, and then want to call it a night. Alright, Alliance block. Bearishly engulfing. RSI is pretty close to oversold, but still a little bit of room to go to the downside if it still wants to. Very, very slight bearish momentum getting weaker, but looking more flat than anything. No bullish divergence on, or actually, very, very slight bullish divergence on the daily. Stoke is attempting to cross bullish under the 20 zone, and the bear's losing a bit of momentum. And I'm just seeing some consolidation on the candles here, so it's looking at least alright on the daily. On the 4 hour though, there's definitely some very clear bullish divergence here. So the RSI goes from a low to a higher low, meanwhile the candles are trending down, so bullish divergence there, bullish momentum slightly building, and we're bullishly engulfing on the 4 hour candles. So 4 hours looking a lot nicer than the daily. First candle of the bullish momentum just kind of flattening out here. Stochastic is coiled up right here, up above the 80 zone. RSI is kind of just flattening out there, still around the bullish control zone though. And it does look like it's attempting to bullishly engulf here on the candles on the 1 hour. So Alliance is looking alright on the smaller time frames. We're going to have to see if these larger time frames like the daily starts to come back around. As soon as we see a nice little pop here on the daily, I'll really be liking the looks of this at that point. But overall, it's looking alright. Could be looking better on the larger time frame, so we'll see how the next 2 or 3 days or so ends up playing out on this asset. Alright, Quant. Slight bearish cross still on the weekly, still around the bearish control zone, but looking like there's some consolidation going on the candles. Bearish momentum's getting slightly weaker here on the daily, bullish cross on the stochastic. And we do have a very slight bullish divergence as well on the daily. And just seeing some consolidation here on the candle so far today. Yeah, we got quite the nice bullish divergence here on the 4 hour. Bearish momentum getting weaker, stochastic's bullish but kind of coiling up. Neutral on the RSI, but bullish divergence. And attempting to bullishly engulf here on the 4 hour. So the 1 hour bullish momentum getting weaker, Stokes slightly cross bearish. Not overbought yet on the RSI, and looking like we do have a tiny bull flag going on. So going to wait for a little more information to develop on this asset to see how it plays out over the next day or two, but Quant is looking alright. Could definitely be looking better, but it's not looking horrible either. Alright, so let's see how Casper Labs is looking. So bearish momentum, oh no, bullish momentum is getting weaker. Still slightly cross bearish on the stochastic, but coiling up. And bearish engulfing on the weekly candle so far. Bearish momentum building on the daily, bearish cross on the stoke. Quite oversold on the RSI, but we are bearishly engulfing still on the candles here. 4 hour I'm liking the looks of more though. 4 hour bullish divergence here. Bearish momentum getting weaker, bullish cross on the stoke, under the 20 zone. Bullish divergence with very slight bullish engulfing going on so far. And the 1 hour bullish momentum getting a bit weaker, cross bullish on the stoke. Kind of neutral on the RSI, but get more around the bullish control zone, and we're attempting to bullishly engulf here. So smaller time frames on Casper Labs is actually starting to look a bit better. We're just going to need to wait and see if that'll be enough to bring the daily back around. And at that point, if we see the daily beginning to rally, I'll be liking the looks of this asset. Especially since we just came down to this near very bottom here and attempting to form support there. So we'll wait and see how this plays out over the next few days, and if the daily comes back around on Casper Labs, I'll then be liking the looks of this asset at that point. For now, it's looking alright. Alright, so let's see how Doge, SHIB, and AION are looking. So, bearish engulfing on the candles. RSI is more around the bearish control zone. Stochastics very slightly cross bearish, but coiling up. And bearish momentum is still building on the weekly. Bearish momentum growing on the daily. Stochastic is cross bullish though. Just seeing some consolidation on the new day here so far. The 4 hour though, I'm at least liking the looks of this a bit. Bears losing a bit of momentum. There is no bullish divergence on the 4 hour though. So, could be looking better I guess on the 4 hour as well. Stokes cross bullish. And we just came and wicked up to here, which was the previous bottom roughly. So we're going to want to see this break. Because if it just bounces off here and continues to go to the downside, there's definitely not much support going on once we get to that point. Because we're already below the fib levels right here, so Doge could definitely get a significant fall if we don't get a new high here. So on the 1 hour, bulls losing momentum, stochastic is still cross bullish, and RSI is around the bullish control zone. Looking like we have a nice long bull flag here. So typically whenever we see an asset consolidate in a long thin area where it just keeps thinning out, and it does decide which direction it wants to break, we typically get a pretty significant move at that point. So the fact that we are bullishly engulfing here on the 1 hour slightly, it is looking alright. So for Doge, I'm going to want to see a break above 13.69 cents. Ideally, if we can get above the bottom of the fib extension, which is around 16 cents, it'll be looking much better at that point. And a low above anywhere between 12.5 to 13.69 cents will be looking very nice on this asset. So there's quite a lot of work to be done on Doge for it to be looking nicer again, but going to have to wait and see how everything plays out with the total crypto market cap and Bitcoin, as that's going to heavily affect what happens with this asset. Alright, so Shiba Inu. Weekly bearish momentum's getting a bit weaker. Bearish cross on the stochastic. The RSI is more around the bearish control zone, and we're slightly bearishly engulfing here. The bearish momentum looks like it's kind of flattening out, but very, very slight bearish momentum building here. Stochastic's cross bullish. Very slight daily bullish divergence, and I'm kind of liking the looks of the consolidation going on here. Four-hour bullish divergence, bullish momentum's beginning to build, Stokes crossed bullish, and we're attempting to bullishly engulf, so it is looking nicer than Doge currently for a potential reversal to the upside, but Doge is at a much, much nicer risk-reward ratio currently. Bullish momentum's getting a bit weaker, stochastic is cross bullish, and the RSI is around the bullish control zone, and it's looking like it just came up, attempted to form support at this fib level, forming support at previous resistance, and now it looks like we're attempting to push off and bullishly engulf from here. So Shiba is looking a bit nicer than Doge currently, so that's got one thing going for it right there. Same thing with Doge, there's still quite a bit of work that needs to be done on this asset before it's really going to be looking nice, but it's not looking horrible right now at least. Alright, so I'll take a look at AION and then call it a night if there's nothing else that you guys want to see tonight. Alright, so on the weekly, bearish momentum still slightly building, bearish cross on the Stoke, bearish control zone on the RSI, and we're still bearishly engulfing on the candles. Bearish momentum still building on the daily, stochastics coiled up just at that 20 zone. Very slight bullish divergence though on the daily, so that's at least looking alright. And it looks like it's just slightly consolidating at this level here. 4 hour, very clear bullish divergence though. Bearish momentum getting weaker, bullish cross on the Stoke, bullish divergence, and attempting to bullishly engulf. This is another asset that has quite a lot of work that needs to be done before it's going to be looking nicer. But the smaller time frames, at least the 4 hours, beginning to look nicer. I like the looks of the 4 hour bullish divergence, and on the 1 hour we actually do have a bit of bullish momentum beginning to build. RSI is more around the bullish control zone now on the 1 hour, and we're bullishly engulfing, attempting to just push off of this recent high here. So smaller time frames are looking alright. If we see the total crypto market cap ending up either consolidating or running, it might start to look nicer on the larger time frames at that point. So this is one we'll definitely be coming back to in the future, next few days, just to see how the total crypto market cap plays out and how it affects these assets. Alright, well I'm going to call her a night. I hope you have a great night, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow.
Looks like there's rain up ahead, like there's a crack in the heavens. Feels like my day could be turning, like I can tell that my luck's gonna change. If you could see me now, I'd probably let you down, but that's enough for me. You got me begging, baby. Looks like I'm on my knees again. Feels like the walls are closing in. Looks like I'm on my knees again. got me begging, baby. Looks like I'm on my knees again. Feels like the walls are closing in. Looks like I'm on my knees Looks like I'm on my knees again. Looks like I'm